Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming for today's press conference. I'm Ryan Pose Pacpaco, your moderator in this press briefing. To everyone, I apologize for the early start as our invited distinguished resource persons need to lead and attend a very important committee hearing scheduled 10 in the morning today. They are here mainly to discuss the formation of the Quadcom or the four-panel committee, four-panel that would comprehensively look into the possible connection of POGO and crimes associated with it, illegal drugs, and the alleged human rights violations during the bloody war of the previous administration. We appreciate your presence and participation. To begin, I would like to introduce our veteran lawmaker leaders. We're honored to have with us House Committee on Dangerous Drugs Chairman Surigao del Norte, 2nd District Representative Robert Ace Barbers, House Committee on Public Accounts Chairman and Abang Lingkod, Party List Representative Joseph Stephen Caraps Espaduano, House Committee on Human Rights Chairman and Manila 6th District Representative Benvenido M. Abante Jr., House Committee on Public Order and Safety Chairman and Santa Rosa City Lone District Representative Dan S. Fernandez, and House Committee on Transportation Chairman and Antipolo City 2nd District Representative Romeo M. Acop. Before we open the floor for media questions, let us give the Chairman Barbers the opportunity to deliver their short opening remarks. Chairman.
Ating lahat, magandang umaga po sa ating mga kaibigan sa media at of course sa aking mga kasamahan dito. With your approval and indulgence, allow me to make a short opening statement just to give a proper context dito sa ating ginagawang Quadcom. Number one, this is a historic creation of the committees in the House of Representatives. Historic in the sense that this is the first time it's going to happen because meron pong urgent national issue that the House of Representatives is presently and currently addressing in the four committees that we are conducting hearings on. Nakita natin that there seems to be a criminal organization operating within the country where drugs or drug money being used to corrupt certain government officials in order to secure fake and spurious documents to misrepresent themselves as Filipinos, to be able to acquire properties or lands sa ating bansa, at itong mga lupang binibili nila, dito nila tinatayo yung kanilang mga front na mga legitimate na mga negosyo, gagaya ng POGO. No? Sa aming teorya, naniniwala kami because the four committees that have been conducting all these hearings, meron pong overlapping and commonalities in the issues that we are tackling. No? Sa drugs, meron pong kaugnay na usapin tungkol sa extrajudicial killings. Sa public accounts, meron pong kaugnay dyan yung mga corrupt government offices that provide the Chinese syndicates the necessary spurious documents for them to be able to perform or acquire properties dito sa atin. Sa public order naman, as we all know and very well know, na marami pong mga scalawags in uniform that are involved in recycling of drugs as well as committing abuses such as extrajudicial killing. So, since there are commonalities and overlapping issues, we thought the four committees with the veteran lawmakers in front of you today thought it wise na tayo ay gumawa ng isang committee na kung saan mag-collaborate itong mga committee ito para magkaroon ng isang malawakang investigasyon, no, that will meticulously get into the details. Ang common objective po namin dito is to pass a remedial legislation. We will make sure that the Quadcom, at the end of our committee hearing, as soon as we are able to exhaustively be able to conduct investigations and be able to get sufficient information and data, then this committee, you can be assured that the committee will propose legislation for this Congress. So, yun lamang po, kasi napahaba yung short introduction natin. So, magandang umaga sa ating lahat.
Thank you, Chairman Barbers. May I call on Kat Porbes from Radyo Pilipinas for her questions.
Hello. Good morning po, Kongs. Unang tanong ko lang po, ano po yung magiging advantage po na pinagsama-sama natin itong apat na committee na to para po dito sa investigation nitong mga issue nga po on POGO, illegal drugs, and human rights?
Ako muna sasagot. So, I think it is for the best interest of this Congress to really have these apat na committees. Actually, dapat kasama nga yung kay Chairman Acop kasi may issue din doon about sa mga Coast Guards. And the very reason that we are conducting this kind of approach, come to think of it, because every time that Chairman Abante is conducting his investigation on EJK, pupunta kami doon. We try to investigate those human rights violation. Kapag meron namang illegal drugs, we are going to Chairman Ace Barbers, yung issue about sa illegal drugs. We consume a lot of participation in different committees, like sa public accounts, yung mga properties that are being bought by Chinese nationals, and even do sa Committee on Transportation about sa mga Coast Guards that we have found out na mga Chinese nationals also were recruited by the former administration. So basically, talagang nakita namin that interconnected yung lahat ng mga issues. And what is the primary objective doon sa ginagawa namin? To fast track, para at the same time, makita nga natin yung mga gagawin natin mga batas, and at the same time, kung ano yung magiging recommendation ng apat na committees. So basically, pinadadali po natin yung investigasyon, and as a matter of fact, ay yun po yung discussion with the Speaker, para na sa ganon ay makita po natin kung ano po talaga yung problema na kinaharap ng ating bayan.
Good morning, everyone. Anyway, the investigations all started last year pa dun sa committee ko. It all started with an ordinary investigation with regards to purchase of properties by Mexico, Pampanga. And one Chinese national in the person of Jiang Jiyang was involved in the transaction, and we found out that he's not a Filipino citizen claiming to be Filipino. Now, kaya kailangan tong apat na committee na magkasama-sama kasi there are interlocking data and personalities. For example, in the case of Eddie Tayang, which is now a fugitive at the house, cited in contempt, by detention order, until now, hindi mahuli-huli, he's connected with Willie Ong sa Empire 999, in which that was the property in which 3.6 billion of shabu was recovered under yun kay Chairman Ace Barbers. And this Willie Ong is connected to Eddie Tayang. Now, with regards to the POGO, in which Chairman Dan is now investigating, pumasok ngayon yung pangalan ng kapatid ni Michael Yang. Okay? Na konektado doon sa Full Wind Corporation, in which that is part of my committee's investigation. Doon po lumabas yun. So, nagko-connect yung mga individuals. Kaya kailangan para magsasalubong na lahat. Kasi, kaya nga this investigation na may committee drags on for 1 year. Kasi every day, every hearing day, may lumalabas na mga pangalan in which those names na lumalabas is connected to Pogo, is connected to drugs. So that's why we ask, kami mga chairman, including Chairman Acop, we ask the leadership na dapat i-consolidate ito lahat. Yung Quadcom was created, no, for this purpose. Now, sabi nga ni Chairman Barbes, but of course, yung mga resolutions sa bawat committee, kaya inaabol namin ngayon na ma-terminate na, makapagpagawa ng committee report para po yung the rest pa na dapat ang mga legislative remedial na gagawin ng House dito na po sa Quadcom, no? But of course, sabi ko na nga, yung mga committee, may minahanda na po kaming mga committee reports, no? So, yun yung buong picture why this Quadcom was created. No? Nagkakasalubong na yung mga personalities at sama yung issues. Thank you po.
Kay Chair Acop po, bilang kayo po, isa po kayo sa mga senior din po na legislators and yung background po ninyo sa law enforcement, ano po yung nakikita ninyo na magiging, yun nga po yung advantage nito when it comes po doon sa ating pag-gather po ng evidence?
Thank you. Ako po ay membro sa lahat po ng committee na ito. Vice Chairman ako sa Committee on Dangerous Drugs, Vice Chairman ako sa Committee on Public Order and Safety, membro ako ng Committee on Human Rights, membro rin ako ng Committee on Public Accounts. Sa lahat po ng hearing na na-attendan ko dun sa 4 na committee na ito, nakita ko na there are certain things or issues na intertwined with one another. So, there came a point na kami, na mga chairman, nag-usap-usap. Kasi nahihirapan kami na lalabas sa isang committee, isang issue connected with another committee. To such an extent na kailangan ilabas namin uli dun sa committee. So, ang nangyayari, hindi namin matagpi-tagpi yung mga information about common issues. So sabi ko, why don't we come up with a, kung yung tinatawag po natin na whole of nation approach. Magsama-sama na tayo para iisa na lang ang committee na hawak sa lahat ng issues na intertwined with one another. Yun po ang nangyari. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you po.
Ako naman, naniniwala ako na yung investigasyon namin ito is actually a national security concern. Unang-una, we invited the former president to come, no? And he did not come. Imbitahan namin uli siya. The thing is, even the other committees would want to invite the former president. Sapagkat siya lang ang makakasagot ng mga tanong na ito. Sa aking committee, bakit sinasabi ng NUPL na more than 20,000 ang napatay? 16,000 ang napatay ng the vigilante forces. Nakatanggap kami ng datos mula sa Philippine National Police na nagsasabi doon na bang na 21 lang ang napatay ng mga drug lords pero more than 7,000 ang napatay ng mga drug pushers at 440 people ang drug users na hindi dapat patayin, hindi dapat arestuhin, kundi dapat i-rehabilitate, ay napatay. Oo. At hindi lang to, na-find out din namin na may reward system. Saan ang gagaling ang pera na binibigay sa mga nakakapatay ng mga pulis? Yun ang tanong namin dito. Kaya sabi namin, magkakasundo-sundo na kami para maimbitahan ang dating Pangulo para sagutin niya ang lahat ng mga bagay na ito because this concerns our national security at siya lamang ang makakasagot nito.
Thank you po, Kongs. Last on my... Ay, sige po, Kong
Dagdagan ko lang, kasi itong pag-create ng Quadcom, ay sang-ayon ito sa rules ng House, no? Dun sa Rules of Procedure governing inquiries in aid of legislation. So hindi po ito bago, although this is historic as I stated earlier, kasi ngayon pa lang tayo nagkaroon ng ganitong klaseng multi-committees that will hear a common issue that encompasses all the what do you call this, the coverage of the different committees. So we thought it wise na para isang hearing tayo, hindi din aksayado yung oras ng ating mga iniimbitahang resource persons, isang hearing tayo na gagawin natin. At ito ay hindi lamang kami ang nakapansin. Maraming kasamahan sa Kongreso. In fact, there was a privileged speech delivered by the Senior Deputy Speaker stating the same reason, na there is a necessity na magkaroon tayo ng ganitong klaseng committee. Marami rin pong mga resolusyon na ipinasa, inihain sa atin, at ito naman ay inadapt ng plenaryo na kung saan mayorya ng membro ng Kongreso ay sumasang-ayon na magkaroon ng quad committee or multi-committee that will hear the issues that we stated earlier. Yun lamang po. Dagdag na information.
Thank you po. Last on my end po, kailan po magsisimula yung hearing ng Quadcom na ito na ating pong binuo? At sino po yung mga, nabanggit po kanina ni Kong Benny na we will invite the former president. Sino pa po yung mga, kumbaga, common resource person na iimbitahin po?
August 15 meron tayong start ng hearing, and I think 16 also we have also a meeting, but what we wanted is kasi meron tayong budget hearing dito and what we try to talk about, ilabas natin yung hearing, pumunta tayo sa other, like for example yung sa issue ko dun sa Pampanga, sa Pogo. So I told my co-chairman that siguro doon tayo mag-hearing para hindi tayo nakaka-istorbo doon sa budget hearing. Kasi we have to expedite also the budget hearings. So baka mawalan kami ng room dito, so ilalabas namin yung hearing.
We plan to have the first hearing here in Batasan sa August 15, di ba? August 15. Yun pa lang. Oo. And then, iimbitahan din namin sapagkat kasama rin dito si Senator Bato de la Rosa. Imbitahan namin siya. Now, it's up to him kung pupunta siya o hindi. Si Harry Roque, imbitahan din namin siya. Lahat ng mga dating mga director generals na involved sa mga pagpatay during the war on drugs, iimbitahan din po namin.
Thank you, Kat. Melales Moras from PTV4.
Hi, good morning po mga Kong. Just a quick follow-up lang po kasi today at 10 a.m. may hearing din po ang about Pogo. So ano po yung magiging pagkakaiba ng hearing today sa magiging hearing natin sa August 15? And isunod ko na, sorry, pag-isahin ko na rin po. Ano pong mangyayari dun sa respective panel hearings ng kanya-kanya yung grupo? Ano pong mangyayari dun sa mga nag-gather nyo ng evidence? Kumbaga parang comparison lang dun sa magiging quad committee at i-terminate na po ba yung mga kanya-kanyang probe?
So, hindi siya magiging termination. As a matter of fact, magiging ano yan parang makakatulong, augmentation, no? Doon sa pinaka-mother committee, which will be the Quad Committee. Basically, all the COMSECs are meeting right now para ma-consolidate yung mga topics that were discussed in every committees. And as a matter of fact, actually, kami rin naman yung mga uma-attend doon sa mga different committees with regard to this issue. And the reason that we took cognizance doon sa mga hearings nila, because ako, personally, nakita ko na may involvement yung issue ko sa issue nila. And sila naman, ganoon din, kaya sila uma-attend sa hearing ko dahil nakikita nila na may correlation. And basically, yun yung nag-start up ng lahat para sabi namin, para matapos na ito, ma-expedite natin, magsama-sama na tayo. So basically, yung sa Pogo, yung mamaya, tatapusin ko na yun. I-elevate na namin yung hearing dito sa Quadcom.
Anyway, just to add, no, kasi sa bawat committee may kanya-kanyang reso. So it has to be terminated, di ba? But of course, there are issues na somewhat parochial that should be resolved. No, so itong mga information at saka committee report that will be approved at the committee level will be used, no, dito sa Quadcom. For example, in the case of Mexico Pampanga, supposedly dapat nga tapusin na kahapon eh. Kaya lang may lumutang ulit, no? Pero local. No, pero local. So the committee hearings at the committee level, it all depends, no, in termination to the substantial data that will be gathered for purposes of the committee report and be used to this Quadcom, kasi itong Quadcom is focused on the national issues, no? Eka nga, sabi nga ni Chairman Abante, this is now a national security concern. So, just like in my committee, may Mexico Pampanga pa ko, tatapusin ko na yan, mayroon pa akong San Simon, mayroon pang Tayabas ngayon. So, hindi pwedeng i-terminate basta-basta unless until nakuha natin yung buong picture at saka mga issues doon, no? Mga proof and data. So, yun po. But it can be used, no, dito sa Quadcom. Thank you.
So basically, the 4 committees will now prepare to write the exit report na isasubmit dito sa Quadcom so that we can also use the same evidence, either testimonial siya or material or documents na sinubmit sa aming committee, gagamitin din natin yon dito sa Quadcom. Kasi if you remember, we stated earlier na magkakaroon to ng isang malaking report wherein we will hold accountable yung mga accountable dito, yung mga may liabilities. If we will recommend prosecution against people in government that are involved in this shenanigan, and of course yung remedial legislation na pwede nating na magiging bunga nitong ang objective dito kasi isang malaking criminal organization ang aming teorya na nag-ooperate sa ating bansa. And because of that, we will have to come up with a legislation to ensure that this will not happen anymore kung meron tayong batas. Pangalawa, yung strict implementation nitong batas na gagawin natin. At pangatlo, syempre, bringing them to justice. No? Yan ang napaka-importante dyan. Thank you.
Supporting what Chairman Barber said, no, I really would like to say this, no. Dalawang bagay ang gagawin namin dito eh. Unang-una, yung sinasabi niyang remedial legislation. Pangalawa, gusto ko na ma-prosecute itong mga taong ito. Hindi lamang po legislation, kundi kapag nakita natin dito sa investigation na ito, na merong mga nagkasala dito, merong gumawa ng krimen dito, dapat yan i-prosecute. Whether it be DOJ o Ombudsman, is up to them. To prosecute these people sapagkat kinakailangan na to address this problem. Sapagkat naniniwala po kami dito na hindi lamang ito criminal organization. This is actually a syndicate. Whether you call it political or economic, whatever it might be, this is a syndicate operating in our country. Yun ang aming pag-aakala dito. Kaya kami nagkatipon-tipon. Alright.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Gab Lalo from Inquirer Online, you are recognized for your questions.
Sir, I have 2 questions po. Sir, first kay Congressman Abante. Tanong ko lang po if tama po ba na isama yung human rights? Kasi yung iniimbestigahan po ng human rights happened before yung mga alleged EJK. Tapos ito naman pong Pogo, yung sa Mexico, recent lang naman po siya. I mean, paano, pwede po mapaliwanag kung paano nag-i-intertwine yung dalawang issue?
There are exchange of money here, ba? Ibig sabihin, ang nakita na